Thanks for joining Blue Notes, Anne.
You're welcome.
Banking and finance is traditionally dominated by men, particularly in the senior levels. What does it mean to be recognised as one of the most influential women in the industry?
It's a fantastic accolade, and I'm really proud of the honour of being part of this group of 25 women.
So what advice do you have for young people who aspire to move into more senior roles in banking?
I think it's important to recognise you have to keep going. It's a tough world, and I always liken it to a pyramid. The higher up the pyramid you get, the less people there are, the more competition you face in terms of your day-to-day environments. And we're all here to do a job for the bank. We're all here to create outcomes with our customers and for the businesses. So the ability for you to be able to articulate your value and be able to show and highlight what you can achieve with your teams and the outcomes you can achieve is really important. The most important thing about that is being able to tell people. And sometimes as women, we're not as good at telling people of the outcomes or the successes. So it's important to create the right environment where you can share those successes and highlight the value you have, and therefore be competitive in the right way.
So have you had any mentors along the way who've really helped you get to where you are?
Absolutely. It's vital to have both sponsorship and mentors. It's important for women in the business to have sounding boards, as well as all of our young people, men and women. Fortunate to have had a few really good mentors, and still do in my life. I had a mentor who was a guy I worked for 15 years ago, who really helped me launch my senior career. He was someone I could talk to around how to approach things, how to get things done, how to understand really how to do things differently. 15 years ago, it was very much more of a man's world than it is today. So it wasn't adopting practices that were similar to men. It was understanding how to work with men, and for men to understand how to work with women. So I actually did a lot of teaching as well in those days, just trying to help people understand the differences that in the way we think, the way we might convey a story, the way we might do things. But you have to be able to temper that to the type of personality you're dealing with. So my mentor helped me understand sort of the best approaches and the best way of doing things. And that's continued throughout my career. Now I have the help of some fabulous senior women in the bank who are also, at the pinnacle of their careers and helping me see the best ways of dealing with different cultures, certainly within ANZ. And as we grow regionally across countries where we've not had a presence before, how we deal with that both from a men and women's perspective, which is really important for us in terms of the growth of the super regional strategy.
So what's your secret to success then?
Hard work, not expecting everything to come to you, not also expecting to have 100% of the skill before you walk into something. When you think about the way the markets are changing, the way the business is changing, the GFC is a good example. Nobody expected businesses to change the way they did. So you have to be able to learn on the job, and you have to be able to use the skills you have. And the combination of the two can take you to where you want to get to. But you've got to be resilient, and you've got to want to be there, and want to make sure that you can promote and highlight the value you can bring as well.
Thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.